Alright, good evening. Thank you for coming. Today I'll be telling you, I've told you about PTSD and the effects of it. I'll be telling you how to treat it and why it's a sensitive disease. First off, don't take their behavior personally. They cannot control their feelings after an emotional event such as, say, a death or an accident. Understand that it is their pain and not yours. You will have to give up some responsibility in order to deal with them. Encourage them to get treatment because they will resist, because they're afraid of telling their story, because they're afraid of getting judged. They do not like, especially for war veterans, civilians usually don't know what they've gone through, so they will not understand their suffering, their pain, what they've seen, and what they have done to finish their missions. Second, set boundaries. Do not tolerate unacceptable behavior. When someone has PTSD, they will not trust others, therefore they will be very violent towards others. If they hit you, you cannot accept that. You cannot say, oh, well, they're in pain, they're in trouble. Don't accept that. You need to tell them that they need to stop and get help, because that is unacceptable. Find the fine line between helping a friend and being codependent. If you do everything for them, they will not learn to rely on themselves, because they will not be able to return into society as a normal, quote-unquote, normal person. If they do not become a normal person, they will become dependent on help, and they will not be able to live their life as a normal person. Also, they will try to play the guilt game on you. Do not accept this, because they will guilt you into doing things for you. Also, do not accept much in return. When they're in this state, they're very precious. They don't know, they can't control their feelings or what they do. At this point, they don't have much to offer you, because they won't be happy most of the time. They'll be violent and mad. You need to learn that this is a long process of recovery for whoever has PTSD, especially for veterans of war. Also, they may struggle to get through a regular day without using things such as drugs or alcohol. Also, you will put more energy into this quote-unquote relationship than you will get out of it. You need to learn that this is a long process and it will take time, months or even years. Do not judge them. They need to talk about what they've been through. They need someone to just stop, listen, and understand what they've been through. They don't need to be criticized about what they did or what they might have done, what they could have done. You need to listen to what they did do and why they did it, and just encourage them that they can get through it. The best way for them to relieve their pain is by reliving it and telling the story again. This may not work the very first time. Usually it takes 3 to 4 times of either multiple people or a spouse, family member, anyone along that line. Again, they don't usually tell their stories because they're afraid of being criticized. For example, war veterans, they usually will only tell other veterans or current active military members about their stories and events because they will be the only ones who will understand them. Also, try to make them have fun. Tell stories of their childhood, especially funny ones, because you want them to laugh. That makes them happy. They do not usually, on average, a person with PTSD smiles about 3 to 4 times a day, and that's with medication and treatment. Watch funny movies. Comedies are always a great one to get them active and make them talk a lot. If they're quiet, that means they're depressed. That's one of the key symptoms. Also make fun games, such as, one fun game is just eating watermelon and spitting seeds at each other. That makes people laugh because it's fun and childish. Make them do things such as these. So I've gone over PTSD and how to deal with this disease and how to make it easier for the person that has the disease. Are there any questions? No? Thank you. Have a good night.